morning, guys. In the last session, we discussed about how to display all the inquiries of logged in counselor, and we also discussed about the pending functionalities available in our application. So all of you able to see my screen? Is my screen visible
Yes,
for
sir.
everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. So now I'm going to run my Spring Boot application. Okay, let me access this. So we have seen the FDD also. So we are almost completed. One small functionality is pending in the project, which is edit and update the inquiry. So in this project, this is our counselor portal. In this project, we are able to implement login functionality, and we implemented registration functionality, counselor registration. When counselor register, duplicate email check also we have implemented. We don't allow to register with the same email ID once again. Okay, everyone should choose the unique email ID at the time of registration, and once their registration got completed, using their email ID and password, they can log in into the application. Okay, if the email ID password is incorrect, then we will display error message on the same page. Once they log in into the application, then they will go to dashboard page. So in the dashboard page, it will display how many inquiries they have, total inquiries they created in the system, and based on the status, we are going to display the results. How many inquiries are in the open, how many inquiries are enrolled, how many inquiries are lost. And we have the navigation option, add the inquiry, and view inquiries option is also available. Then when they click on add inquiry option, it will go to add inquiry page here. So here we have the form, and they can select, they can enter the details, and they can click on submit button. So then the form data will be stored into database table based on logged in counselor ID. So here there is a relationship between counselor table and inquiry table. So which counselor logged in, based on that ID will be stored in the inquiry table. And when they click on view inquiries, the view inquiries page will be displayed here. The results are coming in the table format, and the inquiries they can filter also. Okay, based on the training mode, based on the course name, based on the inquiry status, they can filter the records also. So we have completed the filtering part also yesterday. So today we need to implement that pending functionality, which is edit and update the inquiry. So let me access the application localhost colon 8080. So this is our project login page, guys. Now let me log in into this application. Okay, so the email ID something like robot@gmail.com, and the password is available @123. Then login successfully. So for the logged in counselor, there are total 7 inquiries are available. Out of the 7, 5 are open, 1 is enrolled, another 1 is lost. So total there are 7 inquiries available. So there is a add inquiry page available. They can click on, they can select the details, and they can add the inquiry, and view inquiries option is also available. The results are coming in the table format. So this is a beautiful table that we are getting because of bootstrap classes. So class mode, I can select a classroom, and I can click on search. For the classroom, there is only one inquiry available. So course name Java, classroom Java, no inquiries are available. We are getting message as no records found. So I want to select only Java. For Java, there are 4 records available. So Java 4 records, 1 is enrolled, 1 is lost, 2 are open. So Java last inquiry, if I select, then I'm getting only 1 record. So with this, we are able to implement all the functionalities that we discussed. The only thing is edit functionality. So when I click on edit functionality, currently nothing is happening. So I am counselor. There is an open inquiry. I called this person for the Java or for whatever the inquiry now. So tomorrow Java batch is starting. I will select the course name as a Java, click on search. So for Java, there are 2 open inquiries available. So by using this mobile number, I will call to them. Then I will ask them that Java batch is available. I will share the Java batch details. They are interested for that batch, and they have done the course payment also. Once they have done the course payment, I need to change the status. So for that, I need to edit the record. I need to change the course status. For that, I need to edit the record. So when I click on edit functionality, that record should be displayed in the editable mode. When I click on edit functionality, that record should be displayed in the editable mode. There I should be able to update the record. So how to implement that edit functionality in our application? How to implement edit functionality in our application? So go to this view inquiry page. So here edit hyperlink is available. In the view inquiry page.html, edit hyperlink, currently I have not given anything for the edit. So inside the inquiry controller, we should write one method to implement edit inquiry functionality. Okay, so whenever you click on the edit hyperlink, we need to get the record based on the inquiry ID, and we need to display in the same page in the editable mode. There we should be able to update the inquiry. Then we should be able to update the inquiry. Okay, now let's go here and go to view inquiry page.html. So I need to give the hyperlink. I need to give the hyperlink. Okay, so for this, let me write one more method here, which is used to edit the inquiry. So that inquiry ID I need, then I will send that inquiry back to the same page called add inquiry page. So view inquiry page is available, right? So like this, I will send the data to the same page. Now, let me write one method, public string edit inquiry. So to edit the inquiry, I need inquiry ID and I need a model object. I need inquiry ID and I need model object. So I need to return the inquiry form only. Okay. So here, let me map it to the get request at the rate of get mapping, edit inquiry. Now, so whenever I click on this edit functionality, I need to get the inquiry ID. So for every inquiry, one ID is available. So when I click on this editor, I want to get that inquiry ID. So to get that inquiry ID, we will use a query parameter. For that, I am using annotation called @request param inquiry ID. So I'm using one annotation, that is @request param. I'm getting inquiry ID. So based on this inquiry ID, I will retrieve the record from the table. Okay. So go to inquiry service. We already injected inquiry service here. Take this inquiry service dot get inquiry by ID. So I'm getting the inquiry ID as a query parameter. That means whenever you click on this edit button or edit hyperlink, the inquiry ID will come to the controller in the form of query parameter. To read that query parameter, we use the annotation called request param. Okay, inquiry service dot get inquiry by ID. So that inquiry object I am going to get, that inquiry object I will send to the UI. Okay, model dot add attribute. Now you see there are two methods available. So one is to load the inquiry form. When you want to add the new inquiry, then this method will be called. When you click on the edit, then this method will be called. Both are returning the same page. So when you are using inquiry, when you are going to add the new inquiry, we are sending empty inquiry object to the UI. But when you click on edit inquiry, we are returning inquiry object which contains data to the UI. So you observe difference between these two methods. Both are used to load the inquiry form only. But this method will load empty form to add the new inquiry. This method will load inquiry form with existing inquiry data. So this is when you go for add inquiry page first time. When you want to add the new inquiry, then we are going to use this functionality. Whenever you click on the edit functionality, so whenever you click on the edit, I will get the inquiry ID of this record. For every record, one ID will be available. So I will get that ID as a query parameter. To read the query parameter, we are going to use one annotation called To get the query parameter, we are using one annotation called @request param annotation. We are using annotation called @request param annotation. With that ID, I'm going to retrieve the record. That record I will send to the UI. That record I will send to the UI in the form of model.add attribute key comma value. Model.add attribute key comma value. I'm going to send that data to that. Are you clear with my point? Are you clear with my point?
Sir, what this
Yes, sir.
request will do? Hello.
Yes, sir. I did not get your question, sir.
This request form @request form. Can you
To
explain?
take the data from the URL, sir. ID query parameter value will be available, right? To take the query parameter, we are using request param annotation. Whenever you click on that edit icon, that ID we are going to get in the query parameter. To read that query parameter, we are going to use this value. You got my point?
Sir, we have this path parameter, query parameter, and
Yes,
request
sir. We are
parameter,
using
right?
query parameter now.
So request
Query
parameter same
parameter
as query.
means it is basically it will represent the data in the form of key and value pairs, sir. So let me show you the query parameter syntax. Whenever you have the URL www.ashokit.in/courses question mark name is equal to JRTP. So this is called query parameter. So whenever you submit, whenever you click any URL, some data will go to the server as a query parameter like this, key and value. So by using this key, we can get the value. To get the value based on the key, okay, then we will use one annotation called @request param annotation. There is an annotation called @request param annotation. So by using that annotation, we can read query parameters.
So we pass the key, sir, to get the value.
Guys, are you able to understand what is get mapping here?
Sir, we pass the key to get the value, sir, or there?
Yes, sir. Based
Okay,
on the
sir,
key,
okay.
we will get the value, sir.
Sir, sometimes we just send one value, right, sir, without key value, just some
That is path
XYZ.
parameter. That is path
That is
parameter.
again path. Okay, okay, sir.
This is query parameter.
Okay, sir, okay.
Ashok, that request variable is optional.
It is mandatory, sir. If you want to make it optional, you can do it, but currently it is mandatory.
And path variable?
Both are mandatory.
Okay.
Currently, we are making it as mandatory. By default, they are mandatory. Are you clear? Are you able to understand the difference between these two methods, guys?
Yes.
What is the difference
Yes,
between
sir.
these two methods?
First is adding the inquiries, and second
First
one we are
method
editing.
will display the form to add
them.
new inquiry. So in the first method, we are sending inquiry object to the UI, but it is a empty inquiry object. Second method also will display the inquiry form only, but the second method not sending the empty object. Second method is sending the object which contains data. So we are retrieving the inquiry record by using inquiry ID. That object we are sending to the UI by using model.add attribute. Is this clear? Add inquiry method, edit inquiry method. Now we need to prepare the URL pattern to edit the inquiry. So whenever you click on the edit, we need to send the request to this edit inquiry URL along with the inquiry ID as a query parameter. So how to send that as a query parameter? For that we need to use th:/href the URL pattern /edit inquiry and question mark /edit inquiry question mark. So we need to specify key which is inquiry ID is equal to the dollar of inquiry dot inquiry ID. So go to inquiry object. So in the inquiry object, what is the variable name? enq ID. So I'm going to set this enq dot enq ID. So what is this one? I am making edit hyperlink th:/href. This is my URL pattern. Whenever you click this URL, whenever you click on this edit icon, so I want to call edit inquiry method with a query parameter. enq ID is equal to ID of the inquiry. So let us see, is it going to work or not? So really the inquiry ID is going or not? If inquiry ID is going, then only we can display the record in the editable mode. If inquiry ID is not going in the URL, then we cannot display that in the URL pattern. Really, inquiry ID is going in the URL pattern or not, we need to check it. If inquiry ID coming in the URL pattern, then we are good. Based on that inquiry ID, we can retrieve the record from the database. That record we send to the UI and we will display in the form in the editable mode. There you can modify the data and you can update the data. Okay, log out, log in again. @gmail.com. So I logged in with my email ID. I have added only 2 inquiries, guys. View inquiries. Okay, one is Puneet, another one is Rajesh. Keep your cursor on the edit. No. Can you see in the screen bottom left side? Can you see in the screen left side bottom? Is it preparing the URL with the ID or it is not preparing the URL with ID? Can you see the left side screen
Not
bottom, my
preparing.
screen left side bottom?
Not preparing.
ID is
preparing
coming
the
in the
ID.
URL or ID is not coming in the URL?
Not coming.
ID coming.
No, not coming.
Not coming.
ID is not coming. You can
String,
see.
it is coming as a
Control U.
string.
Source you can see. When you see the source, ID is coming in the URL or ID is not coming in the URL.
Not coming.
Not
It
coming.
concatenating the
Not
string.
So it is not preparing the URL properly. So our URL is not correct. So for every record, edit URL should be prepared. So all the values are coming, but ID is not coming in the URL. ID is not coming in the URL. If ID, so if you keep your cursor on the hyperlink, below you will see the URL. If you are unable to see below, you just press Control U, view source page, view page source. When you go to the page source, it will display the table data. So this is the first, this is table header, this is the first record, this is the second record. First record data is coming, but in the URL, ID is not coming. So that means whatever the URL I have written in the inquiry page edit URL, this is not correct. It is not taking the inquiry ID properly. So let me search in the Google how to send query parameter in the href using time leaf. So Google searching is very important, guys. Now I am facing one problem. So I want to prepare one URL for every record, edit hyperlink with URL for every record. Inquiry ID, I need to send as a query parameter. I tried something, but it is not working. I tried something, but it is not working. Now I want to send this inquiry ID as a query parameter in the URL. So how to send the query parameter? Let me take the help of Google. Okay, how to send query parameters? How to send query parameters in href using time leaf. Okay, so that is my query. Now time leaf using path variables, sending request parameters with time leaf, how to construct a dynamic URL using time leaf, Spring path variables with time leaf, how to construct URLs in time leaf. So simple. Query parameters in href using time leaf Spring Boot. Okay, go to this Stack Overflow, edit category ID, something they are giving, edit /edit ID, ID is equal to $of category ID. So this is the URL pattern that they are giving to send a query parameter. Edit category.id, category ID, ID category they are using. Edit category ID. Main ID is equal to customer ID. Yes. Here they have given the syntax. This is the approach we need to follow to send it. So a single quote is required before that. Okay, let's try this. So they are keeping a single quote here is equal to dollar of inquiry dot ID is equal to plus
Before slash there is
ID is equal to yes. Edit inquiry question mark inquiry ID is equal to, for that we need to append inquiry dot inquiry ID. Okay, let's try this. Let us refresh our page. Yes, now inquiry ID is going in the URL. Earlier, my URL does not contain the ID. Now my URL contains the ID. Are you able to look at this URL now? Earlier that ID was not coming. Now the ID is coming. So when you click edit for the first record, ID will go as a 3 key comma value. When you click the edit for the second record, ID will go in the URL as a 7 key comma value. So whatever the mistake I have done, I was not able to, I did not use this single quote properly. So that is the reason earlier the inquiry ID not coming in the URL properly. So I have taken the help of the Google. I got the, I have typed something in the Google based on my requirement. Query parameters in href using Timeleap Spring Boot. Stack Overflow website I got. In the Stack Overflow website, I'm able to find the solution for my problem. So this is the URL pattern that I need to follow in order to, this is the URL pattern I need to follow in order to send a query parameter in the request. Now, according to this solution, I modified my URL pattern. So edit inquiry question mark. This is a key is equal to, this is the value. So for every record, ID will be added as a query parameter. So if you see the page source also, after our page is rendered, so when you go to view inquiry and the page is rendered, if you just right click and view page source, you can see your table data with the edit hyperlink available. In the hyperlink, ID is equal to 3, ID is equal to 7. So there are 2 records available, ID is coming. Now, Punit AWS online record open inquiry available. Let me click on edit. So when I click on edit, now you see Punit record is coming in the editable mode. Punit record is coming in the editable mode. So view inquiries, Rajesh Java online open. Rajesh Java online open. So Rajesh Java online open. So we are getting the record. Now view inquiry, Punit AWS online open. Edit, Punit AWS online open. So am I able to get the inquiry in the editable mode, guys? Am I able to get the inquiry in the editable mode?
yes.
Yes. So what I have done today, I have implemented one method in the inquiry controller. That method is edit inquiry method. So edit inquiry method is a get mapping method which is taking inquiry ID as a request parameter. So when I am displaying the inquiries in the table, for every inquiry I have given edit option. In the edit option, I have constructed one hyperlink. For that hyperlink, I have given a URL pattern. In that URL pattern, I have given inquiry ID. So when you click on the edit, the request will come to this inquiry controller edit inquiry method with the inquiry ID in the query parameter. With that inquiry ID, I am getting the inquiry object from the database. That object I am sending to the form again. I'm sending back to the UI to the inquiry form. So my form is a binding form. Form binding is available. So as we are having a form binding, the advantage, whatever the data available in the object, that the data is pre-populated in the form. So that is the biggest advantage with the form binding. So whatever the data that is available in the inquiry object, that data is pre-populated in the form so that easily you can edit. Puneet AWS online inquiry open. Click on edit. Puneet AWS online inquiry in the open. So because as we are using form binding, when I click on edit, the form data is pre-populated based on the object we are sending to the UI. So when you go for add inquiry method, empty form is coming. Why? Because we are sending empty object to the UI. As there is no data available in the inquiry object, when we go for the add inquiry method, form is coming as empty. When you enter data and submit, form data will come in the form of object. Okay, form binding object. When you go for view inquiry, existing inquiries are displaying in the table. And when you click on the edit option here, based on the ID, we will retrieve the Puneet record, and the Puneet record is pre-populated in the form. So how the data is pre-populated in the form? We are sending a binding object along with the data. We are retrieving the record from the table. That record having the data. That data is populated in the object. That object we are sending to the UI. That object is mapped to the form. As this object is mapped to the form is pre-populated with the Puneet data. Are you able to understand? Edit implementation? Guys, are you able to understand the edit implementation now?
Sir, could you repeat once, sir, if possible?
We are clicking on the edit functionality. When you click on the edit functionality, here we are sending a request to the controller with the ID as a query parameter. Because which record you want to edit, that record ID I'm sending as a query parameter. So I'm reading that query parameter by using request param annotation. So with that request param annotation, I'm getting the inquiry ID. With that inquiry ID, I'm retrieving the record from the database. Once I got the record, I'm sending that record to the UI by using model.add attribute. And I'm returning the view page. So in the above method also, I'm returning the inquiry form view page. In this method also, I'm returning the inquiry form view page. But when you go for add inquiry, form is coming empty. But when you click on the edit, form is populated with the data. What is the difference? When you go for add inquiry, I'm sending empty object. Form binding object is empty. There is no data. So that is the reason form is displayed empty. But when I click on edit inquiry, the object I'm sending to the UI contains data. That's why as there is a form binding, object data pre-populated in the form. Now we need to modify this data and we need to update the data. Are you guys able to follow me?
Sir,
How I implemented this
sir,
inquiry
in
method
whiteboard
and
we are
edit
not
inquiry
doing-
method? How I implemented inquiry method and edit inquiry method? Are you
Sir,
clear with my point, guys?
Sir, in the blank form, how we are getting the drop down values?
Those are static
default.
values, sir. Drop down values are static.
Okay, sir.
We have given the static values in the drop down. So
Right,
when
sir.
this object does not contain the data, default options will come. When the object contains the data value will be pre-populated. That is the default behavior in the time base.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Sir,
Sir,
we need
here
to
we
pass
are,
the inquiry ID in the edit form, right? While updating.
Yes, sir. We have to
It will
pass.
save as new inquiry.
Correct.
sir, here we are hard coding the values of
Your
inquiry
voice
ID.
is low, madam. I am unable to hear your voice. Could you please
ID
speak
equal
loudly?
Query in chat box.
Ritvika, speak loudly. जोर से बात करो. Ritvika, where are you from?
I'm from Bhutan.
I can't hear you. If you are from Telugu, గట్టిగా మాట్లాడు. If you are from Hindi, जोर से बात करो. I can't hear you. Guys, please confirm. Are you clear with the edit method that I have implemented? How the data is pre-populated? how the data is pre-populated when I click on the edit option? Because of binding object. Because of binding object. When you go for the add inquiry method, my object is empty. So that's why values are not populated. These are the default options we are getting. Okay. So whenever we are going to click on edit, so let me do one thing. Inquiry form. Let me give one default select option. Then you will understand clearly. Yes. Now go to add inquiry page. Options are not coming. Why the form is empty, guys? When I click on add inquiry, why the form is coming empty?
We are
Empty
sending
object.
empty object.
Empty object.
So if you see the controller, I'm sending empty object to the form. That's why form is coming empty. That's why form is coming empty. Now, when I click on edit, form is empty or form is populated with the data?
Data populated.
Form is empty or form is populated with the data?
Form is populated with data.
Form is populated with the data. So why the form is populated with the data now?
We are passing inquiry ID.
We are passing object to the form. We are passing object to the form. So that is the reason the form is populated with the data. So this is the power of form binding concept in the Spring Web MVC. So we are mapping our form to the object. That's why when I send one object to the UI, then that object data pre-populated in the form. So that is the reason data coming in the editable mode. But there is a small problem here, guys. Punit AWS record is available. Punit status is open. So currently in my dashboard, how many inquiries available? Observe carefully, all of you. In my dashboard, how many inquiries available now? Guys, in my dashboard, how many inquiries available now?
2.
Two inquiries.
All of you, just next 5 minutes, very important. Observe carefully. In my dashboard, how many inquiries available? Two inquiries available.
2 inquiry.
With AWS, what is the status of the Punit inquiry? Open. Click on edit. So Punit has done the payment. Punit status is enrolled. I'm changing the status of the Punit. Punit AWS inquiry open. Click on edit. Inquiry status I will change to enrolled. Click on save. Okay. Now go to view inquiry. Oh, what happened, guys? Inquiry updated or new inquiry created?
New inquiry created.
Inquiry created.
So there is a bug in our project. You understand my point? Yes.
Yes.
Existing record should be updated. Instead of updating the existing record, my application created a new record. Are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now let us see. Now let us see. Punit AWS open available, enrolled available. Let me go to Punit record, edit, open. I change it to lost. So click on save. Okay. Now what happened now? Inquiry is updating or every time it is creating a new inquiry?
Every time it is creating a new
I'm
inquiry.
trying to change the status of the inquiry. It is creating a new inquiry. This is a bug. You understand my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can anyone tell me what is the problem now?
ID
Sir,
is not.
your ID is not passed.
Update, sir.
It is directly inserting. We have to update the data.
Yes. So now we need to understand Spring Data JPA concept. Now we need to understand Spring Data JPA concept. So whenever we go to edit inquiry, it is going to the inquiry form.html. Here add inquiry method we are calling. So whenever we submit this method, it will come to the post mapping. We are getting the counselor ID and we are calling the add inquiry method. So when you go for this add inquiry method with the inquiry object, we are calling save method. By passing the inquiry object. In the data JPA, save method is called as a upsert method, guys, which is used for updating the record as well as which is used for inserting the record also. Data JPA save method is called as upsert method. Upsert method nothing but one method is used for updating the record as well as it is used to insert the record also. So understand carefully. When I am trying to change the status of a record, it is inserting the record in the database. The reason we are using save method. Save method is called as upsert method in the data JPA. What is the meaning of upsert method? One method is it is a polymorphic method, guys. Polymorphism. What is the meaning of a polymorphism? What is the meaning of
Ability to do more
polymorphism?
forms.
Many forms.
One object having many forms.
One object which is having many forms is called as polymorphism. One object which is having many forms is called as polymorphism. So here save method is going to act as a upsert method. It is used for updating the record as well as it is used for inserting the record also. It is used for updating the record and it is used for inserting the record also. You got my point. Updating the record and insert the record. Whenever you pass the inquiry object, if that object contains primary key value, then it is going to update the record. If that object does not contain the primary key value, it is going to insert that record. If object contains the primary key value, it is going to update the record. If the object does not contain the primary key value, it is going to insert that record. Are you guys getting my point? If the object contains the primary key value, it is going to update. Otherwise, it is going to insert that record.
So, sir, object always contains the primary column, right, sir?
No, first time when you are adding the record, primary key will not be available. Primary key will be auto-generated.
Okay, sir. Right.
Primary key will be auto-generated.
Oh, second time,
whenever you are editing the record, then primary key will be available.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Primary key will be available. Okay, so you got my point. So
right,
here,
sir, right.
Save method is called as a upsert method. Upsert method means which is used for updating the record as well as it is used for inserting the record also. Now let us see this. So I have my code enabled in the debug mode. Let me stop the server. I kept a breakpoint for the edit method. Okay, now log out. Let me log in back to my application. I will show you with the debugging why the record is updated. Sorry, why record is inserted instead of updating. Let us run this code in the debug mode. Yes, it is started. Now go back to this. Application is started. Login with my email ID ashok@gmail.com. My password. Login. So there is a breakpoint is available. Let me just get out of it. F8. Login functionality success. Go to view inquiry. Okay, now here first let me go to add inquiry. First let me add the new inquiry. So new inquiry, I'm adding something like Arpan and some number. Training mode is a classroom. Course is Python. Status is open. Click on save. I'm adding the new inquiry. So handle add inquiry method. I'm getting the session object. Okay. In that session, I have a counselor ID. I have taken the counselor ID. Who logged in? Counselor. Logged in counselor ID I am taking from the session. My ID is 1. I am the first counselor in the project. My ID is 1. Then I am calling add inquiry method. Go inside this method. Counselor repository.find by ID. With the logged in counselor ID, I am getting the counselor record. Okay, counselor is available. Then set the counselor object to the inquiry for the association mapping. And finally, I'm going to call the save method. Now you observe carefully, clear the console. When you are going for the save method in the data JPA, this save method will work as a upsert method. Upsert method nothing but update plus insert. Upsert method is nothing but update plus insert. So what this save method will do, in this inquiry object, it will check inquiry ID primary key is available or not. So primary key is available or primary key is not available, guys? It is a new inquiry I am adding. So inquiry ID is available or inquiry ID is not available?
Not available.
Not available, sir.
Inquiry ID is not available. Primary key is not available. If the primary key is not available, JPA will understand that it is a new record and JPA will insert that record in the table. In the Spring Data JPA class, already I have explained this topic. What is the save method? How the save method will work in the background. Save method is a upsert method. Save method is a upsert method. So whenever you call the save method with the inquiry object, it will check up in that inquiry entity object, primary key value is available or not. So in the inquiry object, what is the primary key? Inquiry ID. If the primary key does not have the data, in this entity object, if you see, inquiry ID is not available. Inquiry ID is available as a null value. If inquiry ID is a null value, then JPA is going to insert the record in the table. A new record will be inserted in the table. Okay, good. F8. One new record is inserted, it executed a insert query. That is fine, clear. Okay, so I also want to do the same thing. I want to add a new inquiry. Click on view inquiries. Arpan record I have added with the Python classroom open. Now click on edit. When I click on edit, so I'm going to get the inquiry ID as a query parameter. Okay, edit inquiry I'm sending. Whenever you click on the edit, that inquiry ID is going in the request parameter I captured. This is the number 12, inquiry number 12. With that inquiry ID, I will get the record from the table. Okay, so when I get the record, inquiry ID is available, which is 12. Inquiry ID is available, which is 12. I'm adding that inquiry to the model. Model.add attribute key comma value. Return inquiry form. Okay, with this, my inquiry form is written. Arpan record is available. Now change the status Arpan from open to lost. I'm updating the status of the Arpan record. Click on the save. So Arpan record is already existing in the table. Okay. Now when I submit the form by changing the status, it came to handle add inquiry method. Now F6 session object counselor ID is Ashok. Ashok ID is 1. Then go to add inquiry method. Now here we are getting the counselor record. We got the counselor record. Set the counselor object to the inquiry object, and we are calling the save method. Now if you observe, in the inquiry object, we are updating the Arpan record. Arpan record is an existing record or Arpan record is a new record for us?
Existing record.
Arpan record is a new record or Arpan record is an existing record? Existing record. For existing record, inquiry ID should come, right? But inquiry ID is coming or inquiry ID is not coming?
Not coming.
Sir.
If inquiry ID is not coming, then what JPA will think?
It is a new insert.
That is the reason when you try to update a record, it is inserting the new record because in your object, primary key value is missing. When you are inserting, definitely primary key will not be available first time. When you are adding the new inquiry, primary key will not be available. So JPA will insert a new record, will generate a primary key by using generator concept. But when you are updating the record, ID should come, but ID is not coming. That is the reason JPA is thinking that it is also a new record. but actually it is not new record, it is existing record. We are trying to update the existing record. So as we are not getting the ID in the object, JPA considering that it is also a new record and it is inserting the record in the table. You got the problem? Now what is the fix for this problem? What is the solution for this problem? We understood the problem with the debugging. Whenever I am adding the new inquiry, it is working as expected. ID will not come, record will be inserted. But when I edit and update the record, then ID is not coming. Actually, ID should come. If ID comes, then it will update the record instead of inserting the record. Because in the JPA, save method is called as a upsert method that is used to update as well as insert also. Upsert method is used for updating as well as it is used for inserting also. Are you guys able to follow me? Are you guys able to follow
Yes,
me?
sir.
What is the
Yes,
problem
sir.
we are facing now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, what is the problem we are facing? What is the problem we are facing?
We are not getting the inquiry ID.
Yes, we are not getting the inquiry
Query
ID.
ID
As you
while
are
update
not
the
getting
data.
the inquiry ID, JPA is inserting the record or JPA is updating the record?
JPA is inserting the
Insert
record.
In
the
the record.
Now, so we need to solve this. Guys, all of you able to understand the problem first.
Yes, sir.
When I update the
Yes,
ARPAN, it inserted a new record. When I update the ARPAN record, it inserted a new record for me. Actually, it has to update. What is the solution for this problem, guys? What is the solution for this problem?
We have to pass that inquiry ID.
We need to pass that
Hidden
ID.
variable in the form.
Okay, how to pass that ID? Whenever we go to the inquiry form, I will set the inquiry ID as a hidden variable. I will set the inquiry ID as a hidden variable. So when the first time inquiry form is loaded, ID will be null. So then new record will be inserted. When you click the view inquiry and when you click on the edit, I will set the inquiry ID as a hidden variable. So whenever you are updating, ID will come. When you are inserting, ID will not come. How to set that hidden variable? Inquiry form.html. So in this form, somewhere you can keep some hidden variable, guys. Student name is available now. So just here only, I will set one hidden variable. Input type is equal to hidden, field is equal to student name, phone number, training mode, course is available now. So I am going to set the inquiry ID as a hidden variable. Okay, let me take it. Inquiry form.html, input type is equal to hidden, field is equal to inquiry ID. So I will set this as a hidden variable. What is the benefit of using this hidden variable now? This will solve our problem. So whenever form is loaded, whenever you go for add inquiry, this hidden variable will be null value, no problem. Whenever you edit that inquiry, this hidden variable will contain inquiry ID. It will be mapped with the inquiry object, form binding object. Okay, let's try this. Just I added one line of code. Just I added one line of code, that is input type is equal to hidden, field is equal to inquiry ID. When the first time this page is loaded to add the new inquiry, ID will be null. Then new record will be inserted. Whenever you edit the inquiry, ID will be available. With that ID, JPA will update the record. Okay. Now go here and view inquiries. So when I go for view inquiries, as I'm able to see the records here. Now go to add inquiry. When I go for add inquiry, view the page source, my hidden variable. So what is the value available for the hidden variable? First time when I come to the add inquiry page,
Null.
empty. Okay, no problem. When I go to add inquiry, the hidden variable value available as a null value, then new record will be inserted, no problem. Now go to view inquiry, click on edit. Click on edit. So when I click on edit, the same page will come. In that same page, now can you check hidden variable null or hidden variable value is also coming?
Value also coming.
Whenever you click on first time when you come to this page, First time when you come to this add inquiry page, hidden variable will be available as a null value because binding object is null. There is no data available in the binding object. Inquiry ID is null. But whenever you come to view inquiry and when you click on the edit, the view inquiry is retrieving the record from the table. Inquiry object contains the ID. That ID also we are keeping in the form has a hidden variable. The ID we are keeping in the form as a hidden variable. So now when you submit the form, after modifying the data, when you submit the form, ID also will come. From lost, I will change to enrolled. Save it. Now, upon record, F6, I'm updating the inquiry. Go inside this method. I'm getting the counselor record. I'm getting the counselor record. Now, check the inquiry object. Now, in the inquiry object, ID is coming or ID is not coming now. Earlier, ID is not coming for the existing record. Now, ID is coming or ID is not coming?
Yeah, it is coming.
Now, ID is coming. If ID is coming, what JPA will do? JPA will insert the record or JPA will update the record?
Update the
Update the
record.
record.
What JPA has done? It executed select query, then it executed update query. As the object contains the primary key, JPA retrieved the record with that primary key, then it has done the record update. Now the record is updated. Upon record is updated. Now let me truncate the inquiry table and let me show you clearly. You will understand. Our problem got fixed now. How I have fixed this problem? By using hidden variable. In the add inquiry page, I added one hidden variable. So first time when the page is loaded, this will be null. There is no problem. When you edit, this variable will contain the value. When you submit, that value will be available to update the record. Use our JRTP. Counselor table is available and inquiry table is also available. Now, in the inquiry table, there are 13 inquiries are available. Now, let me truncate the inquiries or else let me delete from inquiry table. Delete from inquiry table where counselor ID is equal to 1. Only my inquiries I have deleted. Select a star from inquiry table. Counselor ID, Robert inquiries are available. My inquiries are deleted. Now go to view dashboard. Now let me disable the breakpoint. Go to view dashboard. But I'm getting zeros. When I log out, if I log in with Robert at gmail.com, Robert is having some inquiries. Robert having 7 inquiries. His numbers are not disturbed. Only my inquiries are deleted. Click on log out. Then log in with my mail ID. Ashok at gmail.com 1234 login. So I'm getting zeros. I don't have any inquiries with my ID. I have deleted them from the table. Now go to add inquiry. So I will add one new inquiry. So which is some different name. Let me take it as some Sheikh Malik. Okay, phone number and training mode, online, course, DevOps, status, open. So Malik inquiry I'm adding for the DevOps with open. Click on save. Inquiry added. View inquiry. Malik inquiry is added for the DevOps online mode with the status as open. Now, if I select status as enrolled, search, no records are available. Only one inquiry available for me, that is also open. When I'm doing the filter also, Robert inquiries are not coming. Only my inquiries are coming. Okay. Now, so status is open. Go to dashboard. One inquiry is added. That is in the open state. Go to view inquiries. Click on edit. Change the status from open to enrolled. Click on save. Now go to view inquiries. That inquiry status is updated. Earlier it inserted the record. Now it updated the record. Go to the dashboard. One inquiry available. That also enrolled inquiry. Add another inquiry. So let me add an inquiry called Mustafa and a phone number and a training mode is a classroom. Course is AWS. Status is open. Save it. Inquiry added. Okay. So Mustafa AWS classroom is available. Select the mode as classroom. Search. Only Mustafa record is coming. AWS. one record is available. AWS lost, no inquiries available, no records found. AWS enrolled, no records found. AWS open, record is available. Mustafa has done the inquiry, but he joined in the other institute. So this status I want to update for Mustafa. So total there are 2 inquiries available. Mustafa joined in the other institute due to timing issue or due to fees issue, any reason. Now I want to update the status. We lost that inquiry. Click on edit, go to the status, change it to lost, save it. Inquiry added. View inquiries. Mustafa status change it from open to lost. So I have 2 inquiries. One is enrolled, another one is lost. Go to dashboard, 2 inquiries. One is enrolled, one is lost. So is our system working as expected now?
Yes, sir.
So all the functionalities are working as expected. Okay,
Sir,
you can make it more beautiful by displaying some images and all that stuff. You can make it more beautiful, guys. So that UI part we are not focusing much. Main, our backend implementation is working as expected or not. So login functionality is available. So if I enter some invalid data, it is giving a message invalid credentials. If I try to register with the duplicate mail ID, ashok@gmail.com is already available. So if I try to register with this mail ID, then it will say duplicate email is not accepted. Click here to login. So you can log in with valid credentials. Once you log in with valid credentials, your dashboard page is coming. You can go here and add the inquiry. Okay, you can go to view inquiries and you can see the inquiries. You can filter the inquiries also according to your requirement. You can edit the inquiry and you can change the status also, and you can see the dashboard. So all the functionalities, whatever I have given in the FDD document, the login page, the registration page, the dashboard page, adding the inquiries, view inquiry, view the filter the inquiries, edit and update the inquiry, logout functionality. Are we able to complete our first mini project implementation? And everything I have implemented in front of you in the class. This complete project, from the database analysis point onwards, from the requirement analysis to database analysis, Java classes analysis, methods analysis, coding, testing, debugging, everything I have done in front of you. It has taken almost 1 week of time to complete our first project. This is our first mini project. It has taken 1 week of time to develop this. So initially, when I asked how many of you can develop this project, only 5-6 people told that we cannot develop this project. Remaining people are confident that they can develop this project. Now, honestly tell me, how many of you developed this project? How many of you not developed this project? Because there is nothing hide here, nothing is secret. Everything I have explained in front of you. What is my requirement? What are the tables I need? Okay, what are the classes I need? What are the methods I need? I have explained you, and I have started coding. Line by line code I have implemented in front of you in the class. Live coding only I have done. Did I execute previous batch example, or we developed this in the class? Did I executed the previous batch example, or I have implemented every line in front of you? Come on, guys. Anything which I copied from the previous batch example?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Every line of code I have written in front of you only. We spent 1 week of time for this small project. We have spent 1 week of time in this small project. After spending 1 week of time from the requirement analysis to till testing, okay, you should be able to complete this on your own. So you may face some problems, but you should try this on your own. Okay, I want everybody to try this code on their own, because if you implement these kind of requirements, not this one requirement, like this, if you implement 5 to 10 requirements, then you will get hands-on experience with the coding. You will learn database analysis. You will learn Java analysis. you will learn coding, you will learn debugging, testing. Okay, requirements analysis, designing, database designing, Java classes design, methods design, coding, testing, debugging, fixing the problem, delivering the project. All these things are important. Able to follow me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You understand my point, right? Now, if you, some people will be there, sir, you completed the project, please share the code. I will share the code. I don't have any problem. But the thing is, if I give this code to you, you people will not use your brain to solve the problems. You people will not think to write the code. How many days you will do the copy paste? I will give this code, you will copy the code and you will complete the requirement. But tomorrow in the company, they will give you some other requirement. Tomorrow in the company, they will give you some other requirement. Then what you will do?
That attitude will stay with us to copy and paste.
So that means you should not copy the code. You need to understand how I am thinking, how my brain is working, what is my analysis, how I am approaching to the requirement. So where to start? From where you need to start your coding? First, understand the requirement, analyze the requirement. Any questions you ask me, then start identifying. Okay, these are the screens. For these screens, what are the tables we need? Do we need any association mapping for the tables? Do we need to establish any relationship among the tables? Then once the database design got completed, once the tables are designed, then start the Java classes. How many classes we need? So in the service class, what are the methods we need? For login functionality, what is the method? What should be the parameter? What should be the return type? Registration method, what is the parameter? What is the return type? Like that you identify the methods. So once your database design, classes, methods design completed, then you start the coding part screen by screen. Take one screen, complete that. Then go for next screen, develop and complete it. So you need to improve that skill, guys. You need to improve your analysis skill. So you have seen how I am writing the code. So it's observing that there is no use. Taking my code, there is no use. You should be able to do it on your own. Then you can survive in the industry as a developer. Because in the industry, every day new requirement will be there. And one more thing. So we completed first mini project. We will go for second mini project. My second mini project requirement is completely different. There is no relation between first mini project and second mini project. It's completely new requirement, completely different requirement. So if I give this code, only you will have the counselor portal. You cannot develop the second mini project. So that is the reason taking my code is not important. Writing the code on your own, that is important. If you are not able to write it, then you have to practice it. Coding you cannot learn in 1 week. Coding you cannot learn in 1 month. Analysis also same thing. You can't learn in 1 week. You can't learn in 1 month. You can't learn from someone. Analysis and coding that you have to learn on your own, and that will come based on the practice. That will come based on the experience. Now you give me any requirement. I can analyze and I can develop because I have done this from last 10 years. For you, it is new. So initially, you just observe. Before starting this project, some people told that 4 tables required, 5 tables required. But actually, with the 2 tables, we are able to complete the requirement. So there is a gap. So your analysis, my analysis, there is a gap. So we have to fix that gap. How to fix that gap? Practice. So after doing this project course also, if you are unable to write the code on your own, then what is the use of joining real-time project? First of all, what is the meaning of real-time project? Real-time project means you should be able to develop the project on your own, and you should be able to work with the team culture. Team collaboration, team culture you need to improve. How to work in a team? Teamwork, collaborations, integration, code review, code development, testing, analysis, deployment, delivery. Everything is important. And anybody still not able to understand the code that I have implemented here? Is there anybody not able to understand the code that I have implemented here? Any functionality which is confusing for you, which is confusion?
Sir, that upset is same in the Hibernate and IBATIS world also, sir?
Yes, sir. In
Same.
the Hibernate also there is a method called save or update method is available. In the data JPA, we have save method which will work as a upsert functionality. It is single method, it is a polymorphic method. In the entity object, whatever the entity you are passing, in the entity, if the primary key available, then it will execute update query. In the entity, if the primary key not available, then it will execute insert query. That is called upsert functionality.
So in Hibernate, we have separate methods, right, sir? Not
Save
like
or update. The method name is save or update.
Oh, it is same method. Oh,
yes.
They're also same method, but it called a save or update.
Method name is save or update. In the
Okay,
JPA,
sir.
it is just save.
Got it, sir. Got it.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi.
Sir, actually, I'm facing some issue while implementing inquiry service
Yeah,
implementation.
share your screen, sir. What is the issue you are facing?
Okay.
Guys, tomorrow, Sunday, so you have time to complete this mini project. I request all of you spend time today and tomorrow and try to complete the first mini project. And I request people don't share the code in the WhatsApp group also. I want everybody should be able to complete this project. Once all of you complete this project, then only I will start the second project. And understand, if you guys are not able to complete the first project, is there any use of starting the second project, guys?
No, sir.
Is there any use of starting the second project if you are unable to complete the first project? No use. So I want all of you, tomorrow there is Sunday break, so you utilize today and tomorrow, you do the practice and you complete the project. If you have any questions, you can post in the group or you can message me also. I will help you to solve your problem. I want everybody to complete this project. Whatever the requirement I have given, I want everybody to complete it. And Monday, I will check your code also. I will take your Git repositories in the Monday session. I will review the code also, whatever you have implemented. If everybody is completed this first project, then I will give the requirement document for the second project. Second project document is ready. Second project is completely different than the first project. Okay? Yeah, Varun, share your screen. What is the problem you are facing?
Hello, sir. Actually, I'm getting some error like this.
Yeah, share your screen, Varun. I can't see your screen. Unmute your mic and share your screen.
So I have a question about the injection. So why you writing injection in constructor? Why we not using setter injection or
anything is fine, sir, but always construct is recommended. There are 3 types of injections available. You can go with the constructor, you can go with the setter, you can go with the field injection also. But field injection not recommended. It will use a reflection API to do the injection. It is slow when compared with the remaining injections. Constructor injection, if you use, it will make sure if the dependent object is injected, then only target object will be created. Always recommended to go with the constructor injections.
Okay, and if you want to use setter injection, which scenario will we go?
You can use setter also, sir. When you go for the setter injection, first it will what it will do. First it is going to create the dependent, target. Then the dependent will be injected. So when you are having the partial injections, setter is recommended. When you have the mandatory injections, then constructor is recommended.
Okay, it means constructor is better than other for
yes,
others.
Correct.
So we are using auto error.
Yeah, Varun. What is the problem that you are facing? Can you go to inquiry service.java first? Find by get inquiry by ID. You are returning the inquiry object from this inquiry. Okay, now go to inquiry service IMPL. Get inquiry by ID, repository, or else null. Can you keep the cursor on the line number 66? Show me the error. You keep the cursor, it will show the error, what it is saying that. Inquiry repository dot find by ID or else null value. get inquiry by ID. So keep your cursor on that error message. Error icon is there now. Keep your cursor on that icon. It will tell you what is the problem. Click on it.
Maybe update the Maven one. So
No. Method name, is it correct, guys? Whatever the method you have in the service, same method name you are using here. Or else remove the return statement. Remove the return statement. Only return keyword. Return keyword. Now keep your cursor at the end of the line. Control 1, enter. End of the line. End of the 66 line number.
After null, after semicolon.
After
Yes.
semicolon. Control 1, enter. No. You need to press Control 1, then enter. You need to get the return value of that method.
Control with 1, then enter.
Press Control plus 1 at a time. Entity you are getting. Inquiry repository dot find by ID or else null value. No, there is a problem in your repository. Go to repository. Go to inquiry repository.
It is in repo package. Repos package, yeah.
Sir, why are you writing find by ID? Line number 23. Find by ID is a predefined method. Why are you writing again? That is a mistake you are doing. You should not write that method. Delete it.
Also, JPA repository, he is mentioning entity instead of
He
inquiry.
is doing the mistake again in the line number 14 also. Varun, you need to do the Spring Boot course, Mr. Varun. Whatever the JPA repository you are writing, that is wrong. You need to specify your entity class. Instead of entity, you need to specify entity class name there.
Inquiry you have to mention.
I told you Spring Boot is mandatory for this course. I told you to attend the Spring Boot classes parallelly, but you did not attend them. That is the reason you are unable to understand the JPA concept. Okay. Instead of entity, you need to mention your class name there.
Yes, entity class name.
Yeah. Take the class name and keep the class name there. Your class name, spelling mistake.
Enter the 2 hits and control shift.
Yes. Why are you writing the same? Hello, sir. Varun, you are doing blunder mistakes. You are overriding the predefined methods. Remove the line number 25. Save method is predefined. You no need to write it.
JPA provides some methods, right?
Your query is also wrong. Select star from. There is no spacing properly. Line number 17. Okay, save it. That for this now space is not required. Colon space, remove the space. Here space is not required. After semicolon, after colon space is not required. Yes, save it. Now go to your counselor.java once. Counselor entity. Okay, save this one. Counselor stable. Okay, save it. Yeah, now go to inquiry service IMPL. Now you write the return statement. Remove the 67 line number entity or else remove that up to equals to remove that and keep the return statement there. Now you can write the return directly.
Yes.
Inquiry.set class mode. Why class underscore mode? Your setter methods are incorrect. Na? Line number 80, line number 85, line number 90. Why underscore you are using? Setter method you need to call properly. Inquiry.set class mode, set class mode. 2 times you are setting the class mode. You need to set the course name. Set course name.
Bro, enter the control space, you will get the method near reference.
Yeah, here also set inquiry status, line number 90, and is not empty method is not working for you. Set inquiry status. And line number 93, new operator. Why are you writing new operator? You are calling the variable dot method name. Remove the new operator in the line number 93. So here is not empty method is not working for you. Can you open filter request object? View filter request. View inquiry filter request class.
DTO.
Strings only you have taken, get course name, get fine. Okay, now go to service IMPL. String utils dot is not empty, not working. Inquiry service IMPL. Go to the top level package. What is the package you are using?
He's imported the wrong package, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
String utils, that is util dot string utils. That is fine.
From the
String framework util package string utils. Scroll down. Is not empty method. Why it is not working? String utils dot is not empty. That method is not available. Maybe.
From the micrometer package.
From micrometer package.
Go to that package and remove that package and import micrometer package. Remove that string utils. Line number 6. Control D. Press Control D. Yes. Now come down. Control space. Import it. String utils. Import that package. Control space.
After string utils keyword, use control space.
Sir, go to on the string util cache and enter the control space. You will get the packages.
After utils keyword, keep your cursor and press control space. Control space. You will get the package suggestions. Again, you imported wrong package, sir. Control Z. Keep your cursor there. Control space.
Micrometer you want to get it.
Or press Control Shift O. Can you press Control Shift O? Control Shift plus O. All three you need to press at a time. Control Shift O. Control plus Shift plus O. It will open the packages which you can import.
If we click on that error message, it will show him the quick fix.
Again,
right,
he
sir?
imported wrong package.
Bro, do one thing, bro. Write a new method for if. Write a new if condition.
No,
in the
not
terms
required.
suggestion.
Click on that error message once. Click on that error message, error button. Click on that button. Yeah. Click on that again. Click on that error button. Now, what to do?
Can he give the control, sir?
No, he is not able to give the control. Varun, your problem is package incorrect, sir. You need to import the micrometer package. Then your problem will
First
be
to
solved.
remove that existing package now.
Yes.
Delete the lines and rewrite again the lines. It will be better.
No, not this one.
No, not entirely. Only that.
Not all.
The right place, package message.
That is util.
The if method.
Util.
I am giving the line in the chat
String
box.
util.
Take that import statement. I have given one line in the chat box. You copy and paste it.
Copy paste that method. That your package.
The Zoom chat I have given. Take that. That is the package you need to import.
So what is the micrometer, sir? Is it
That is a dependency that we will get with the Spring Boot by default. Varun, I have given in the chat. Take that and keep that. Your problem will be solved. And you need to learn the JPA concept properly, Varun. You are very weak in the data JPA.
Sir, I have a question, sir. Can I quickly share my screen, sir?
Yes, sir, you can.
Okay, let me share it, sir. 1 second. Okay, I'm sharing here.
Share your screen.
Okay, yeah, I'm sharing, sir. Yeah, were you able to see my screen, sir?
Yes, I can see.
Sir, I keep getting this ID and password, something like that, from this counselor. This one, sir. I don't know why I'm getting this. I did not implement yesterday one yet, but I'm kind of struck this one as of day before yesterday, sir.
When you are getting this problem?
As soon as I run it as a Spring Boot application, I'm seeing this one, sir. This application, I'm just running it as Spring Boot application, and it keep on
Go to
giving this
inquiry
errors.
controller.java. There is a compilation problem. Go to inquiry controller.java.
Right, sir. This one I tried yesterday, but I mean, even without this also, I'm
One
getting.
minute.
Yeah, this one is not completely implemented, sir. For now, I can comment this one. Even if I comment this one also, I'm getting that same exception, sir. Let me run it now another time quickly. I think it's coming from the DT. Where is that entity only? I think. Here I
Can you
give
do
ID.
Control Shift F? First of all, format your code.
Control Shift, Control A. I have to do first, sir.
Control A, Control Shift F.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Now go to inquiry.java.
Yeah. Here also I'll do same.
Control Shift F.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, here I gave many to one counselor ID. I don't know. It is not liking the ID somehow, sir.
No. The problem is not in the entity. The problem is in the repository. Go to your repository.
Repo class. Okay.
Inquiry repository. Counselor repository open first.
Okay.
Get find by email ID and password. Go to the counselor now. Open counselor.
Counselor. Here. Okay.
Email and password. That is fine. Go to inquiry.
Okay, sir.
Inquiry repository.
Oh, okay.
This method is incorrect, sir. You need to write the method get inquiries by counselor ID. You need to write a custom query for this.
Custom query, sir.
Get the right query annotation we need to use, and you need to write a custom query.
Write a question query.
Above.
Or also use
Line
the
number 9 above.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Execute query.
In 8.
You can use the
Eight.
methods also.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, sir. And custom query is needed here, right, sir? I need
Correct.
to write.
You
I will
need
watch
to write
the.
a query to retrieve the records from the table. Select star from table
Okay.
where
Okay.
counselor ID is equal to given value.
So
Got
for
it,
that,
sir. Got it.
the find by methods also.
Find by method also you can use. Anything is fine. So I am giving
Sir,
the query in the chat box. You copy that and you paste it.
Yeah, definitely, sir. How did you figure out from this error message, sir? Here it is not saying anything about this repo,
No
right,
property
sir?
ID. So your method is incorrect, sir, basically.
Right, sir. But how did you figure out that it is here, sir?
Here
Because
it is clearly showing inquiry repository dot get counts inquiries by ID. That method is incorrect. Failure to create
here.
query for the method. Yes.
So while debugging, we have to go bottom to top, right, sir, or top to bottom, sir?
Anything is fine. You will understand where is the problem. I have given a method for you in the chat box. You
Right,
take
sir.
it
Right,
and you
sir.
replace that.
Yeah. So, sir, this is one of the debugging skill, right, sir? You usually go from
problem
bottom
solving skill.
Top to bottom. You will see, sir, because I was stuck in the bottom part, sir, and nothing is showing here. But
From
you
bottom,
go
you will keep on reading to the above.
Above, sir. Right? That's how the stack will build, right, sir?
Yes.
Bottom to top. Okay, sir. Sir, one other quick question, sir. I'm trying to push this code, sir. I already created that repository over here, sir. And second time onwards, when I try to update, it is not pushing, sir. What I have to do, I did like a git add and,
Can you show me git status?
Git status, okay.
Okay, the files
sir.
are modified. Can you execute git add dot?
Right, sir.
Now git commit.
Right, sir.
-m message,
Right, sir.
git push.
This is where I'm getting
Yeah,
error,
just
sir.
copy that one and execute that line. Git push set upstream origin master. Just copy that line.
Git push and which one, sir?
Yeah, just
Oh,
copy
the
that
whole
line.
thing. Oh,
Yeah, whole thing. You copy that line and you
why we
execute.
need to give everything, sir?
Your branches are disturbed, sir.
Oh, even if I try from different laptop, I have to do the same thing,
Yes.
sir. Like this, I
If you
have to
get this
follow.
problem, you have to do this.
Oh, okay, sir. I was thinking like a clone issue. Oh, sorry, a clone issue or pull issue or something like that, sir. That is not the case, right, sir? I have to give the
No, paste it and execute.
set upstream origin master. So origin is a remote, right, sir?
Yes.
And master is
The
branch on the
branch
remote.
name. Yes.
And what is upstream, sir?
So you are making the master branch as a main branch.
Master branch.
Yes. Now it is up to date.
Okay. Okay. So this is like comment, right, sir? Set in this upstream is comment on.
That is a command, sir. That is now your code is pushed to the branch. Now next time you don't need to do this. Now directly you can push it.
But when I restart, I may get the same error, right? So then I have
you
to
will
use
not
this
get
one.
it. Only once you will get this problem, you need to resolve it by setting upstream as master. That means they are asking to which branch you want to push your code. You want to push your code to master branch.
Oh, upstream I'm setting to master. Okay,
Yes.
sir. Okay, got it, sir. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Yeah.
So all of you, please complete this code and implement the project by tomorrow. And once your project is completed, keep your code in the GitHub. Monday I will review the project. So I want everybody to show me the project that you have
Do you
implemented.
have any video for debugging in YouTube?
Yes, sir. I have it. I will share it.
Okay.
So I have a question about DTO. So in a DTO, why we are using creating with new operator object. So why not we are using the annotation of other components, sir?
Sir, generally for DTOs, you no need to go for auto wiring. Sir, DTOs means form binding objects. Now every time new record will come, so every time new object should be created. So generally, the auto wiring will be used for the classes which contains the business logic, like controller, services, DAOs. For those classes, we will use auto wiring. For POJO classes, auto wiring we don't do. POJO classes objects we will directly create. Because POJO means a plain object, directly you can create the object.
Okay, so this is the reason we are not giving any annotation.
Yes, right.
Sir, to work with repositories, do you need Hibernate compulsory or JPA is enough to work in real
JPA
time?
is enough, sir.
Ashok,
JPA
sir?
is enough. Yes.
Yeah, I have created multiple counselor IDs, sir.
Okay.
While login yesterday itself, I'm able to log in with every user, every counselor ID. But today morning I tried to use a particular ID. Today I'm unable to log in that particular
So you need
mail
to
ID.
debug, sir. So if we need to see the code and we need to debug why it is not trying to log in, you need to debug and you need to figure out the problem.
Yeah, null pointer exception, sir.
Null pointer exception is you need to find out why you are getting that exception. You delete all the tables and you recreate them, then you start working on. Maybe some IDs got disturbed. So you delete the tables and you recreate them and you try to insert and test it.
Yeah, okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.
So in short of terms, for go next line on debug F6, right?
Yes.
And what F5 do?
F5 means you want to go from one method to another method.
And what F8 or F9?
F9 is not there. F8, go to the next breakpoint. I will share the debugging video. So please go through that once. Okay? Good.
Chuck?
Yes.
Actually, I have finished the project. So when I'm trying to commit the GitHub, right, it is showing error. Can you look into it?
Yeah, share your screen.
So full screen.
Sandhya, share your screen.
Yeah, sharing. Yeah. Able to see now?
Yes.
Okay. So it is asking the password.
Yes, it will open a window in browser. You need to log in the browser.
Yeah,
yes?
so when I'm trying to log in, right, it is logging and saying it's a spam, something like that. You are marked as a spam.
Okay, your ID, multiple times you tried and you failed. That's why it is marking as a spam. You do one thing. You log into the GitHub and you generate a token. Okay. Instead of login, you use the token. So login
Even
will get
token also same it is happening.
maybe your account they marked as a spam account. You need to create a new GitHub account.
New GitHub account. Okay, okay. Okay, Ashok. Thank you.
That one last question. So on next mini project, will we little bit go with exception handle of our project or?
Yeah, sure, sir, sure. Okay,
Sir,
fine, guys.
sir, after adding the query, I'm getting different errors, sir. But I will watch the video. I will check it, sir. Basically, it is asking some issue with the controller right now, sir. It is ambiguous.
Maybe the URL patterns are incorrect.
Right, sir. I will check that one further, sir. And the formatting, can we do it at the project level, sir? That way we don't need to format individually every time.
No, sir. Project level you can't do. File level you need to do.
Okay, every time, every file, I have to go and do that Control Shift F, sir. Right, sir. Like that.
Correct.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you on Monday. So please complete it, and Monday I will see the code. Thank you.
Sir, debugging videos you share in the group, sir. WhatsApp
Yes,
group,
I
sir.
will do that.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah.